Hi everyone, Monica Shimonik here with Moms Unshackled, and so this is like the fourth or fifth video I've done on parental alienation. This is going to be the theme for the next couple weeks as I get my workshop going for all. Someone just called me. So we are going to be talking about parental alienation again, okay? So one thing I noticed that I've been observing for like 10 years now is people, myself included, I've done this, right? You've done it. If you're watching this, you've done it. If you're a human being, you've done this. Use Facebook venting. Oh, she's calling again. The person's like really need to get a hold of me. So where was I? Yeah. So have you used Facebook as your personal therapy for venting about the family court? Have you done that? Raise your hand. Of course you have, right? Yes. That was actually my first go-to medicine when I first started going through all my family court. Like I had like Facebook therapy. So, yeah, so we do that. So how does that feel when you are venting on Facebook? Like, how do you feel? Do you walk away like healed, like, oh my God, I feel so much better? Or are you getting that false sense of healing where you feel like the feeling after you punch a wall or something? Not that I go around punching walls, but like, is it really healing when you're venting and then you walk away like, oh, I'm so glad I unloaded that. I'm so glad I dumped my trash into cyberspace. Now I feel healed. Is that healing? Is that really healing? I would say no, because if it was truly healing, then there would be studies on it. There'd be peer-reviewed journal articles about it. The doctors might be recommending it. They might be writing Facebook prescriptions, although probably not, because they're not going to make much money on that. But you have never really heard anyone credible saying that going to Facebook and talking to everybody on Facebook about your problems with family court and parental alienation is useful or therapeutic. So I'm going to offer some alternatives to all that. Okay. So I'm just going to tell you that from, like I said, I've been watching, I'm pretty much an expert on this because I've been observing. Okay. That's what I do. That's how I do my target market research. I observe. I don't go door to door and do surveys or any of that. I go to Facebook. Facebook is my personal networking platform these days. So I'm going to tell you that excuse me, I lost my train of thought. The person keeps calling. The Facebook venting isn't going to heal you. It's not going to increase your vibration. It's not going to bring you any peace. Okay. It's not going to bring you any happiness. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that venting puts you into an energy that you don't want to be in. You don't want to get into that dark energy. It just, like I said, it just brings your vibration down. So what I'm going to do is, if you really want to contribute something to Facebook about parental alienation, because I do believe we should share. We're social animals. We should talk about our problems. We should talk about what's happening. We absolutely should talk about parental alienation on Facebook. What I'm referring to is more venting. So there's like talking and then there's venting. But even talking isn't always the best solution either, and I'll get to that in a second. But venting. So what can you do instead of venting? Well, why don't you go for a 20-minute walk, okay? And then get on Facebook and talk about how that has helped you, okay? So, talk about like possible solutions, like things that have helped you feel better instead of venting. Because you could spend 20 minutes venting or 20 minutes taking a walk, or even 10 minutes taking a walk. So online support groups aren't the cure. They really just kind of keep you stuck in that sadness and that low energy and that toxicity. And like I said, therapists aren't recommending Facebook for therapy. Doctors aren't recommending it, and there's no therapeutic. There's no peer-reviewed studies on this, so it doesn't work. If you know of any studies that Facebook is healthy and therapeutic, then let me know. I'd love to read that study. But there, like I said, there are painless and easy ways to clear out sadness and clear out the cold energy and clear out your clutter, your emotional clutter, because our monkey mind gets in the way when we're dealing with anything family court related. Our ego just takes over. Our monkey mind, that low, cold, I think I said yesterday, nauseous vibration gets in the way, and that totally takes over, and you walk away and you just really don't feel that much better. And you're not really getting constructive advice. Usually it's like other people's venting as well. Like, oh yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm going through the same thing. My ex is a jerk and the judge is an a-hole, blah, blah, blah. So like, you're not really getting like healing from that. You're not drawing from like a well of healing or a well of like, positive energy. So that kind of leads into my second topic. Now, this is a little bit controversial, so please feel free to disagree with me. I'm totally fine if you guys like don't agree with me. Just please just say like, hey, I disagree, So, but I'm going to even say that even talking doesn't really solve anything. I know it feels good to talk. I know it feels good to call your mom. I know it feels good to call your best friend. I totally get that. I did that. Oh my God. My mom actually told me to stop calling her. I was so mad. I love telling people this story now, but she's like, Monica. I mean, literally, like she says it in her Chicago voice. Monica, it's so draining. And I was like, what? You're my mother. You're supposed to listen to all my crap. And I was so mad. I think I didn't talk to her for like 3 months. And then I didn't know what else to do. I think I probably went on Facebook to, fill that void. But like, I get it, I totally get it. So talking doesn't really do anything. And yes, we are social creatures. And for the most part, talking is a harmless habit. You're not hurting anybody by talking. You're not venting. You're talking. That's a little bit different with the vibrations, but it still doesn't really solve anything. And it still kind of keeps us in that cold energy that we don't want. But, the reason we're doing this is because we don't know what else to do. We're not bad people. We're not messed up people. We don't know how to handle this trauma. We don't have the tools to like process this crap. There's no handbook. I mean, even my book doesn't even cover parental alienation at all. My book is just self-care for the court system, but I think there's 2 sentences on parental alienation in my whole book. So there's no solutions. And a lot of the self-help books on alienation are probably, I think there's a couple memoirs of other people's stories about parental alienation. And again, it feels good to share, but it doesn't really raise our vibration as much as what we really want. We want like a more high definition level of healing. So, and also grief and trauma has to move a little bit quicker. It needs a little bit more of a boost than talking. So talking is good, but physical movement, energetic movement, breath work. Oh my God. Guys, have you ever done breath work? Try it one time. It's going to feel really weird. Like you're kind of, like you're going to like want to pass out after a minute, but breath work is freaking amazing. And I don't know how to say this word. Binaural beats. It's binaural. I'm illiterate. Binaural beats, listening to that while you do breath work. Holy crap. It's amazing. So that will really increase your energetic vibration, and also challenging yourself to do something that you would never do. Challenge yourself. So let me think for a minute. Challenge yourself to do something that you think that you suck at. I think I suck at riding a bike. I hate riding bikes. I hate the way they make me feel. I hate being on this stupid little seat, going downhill, and like, I hate bicycling. I don't like it. But do something that you hate, that you think you suck at, and you'll be surprised that it's just going to shift your frequency. Okay. And then you never have to do it again, but just do something like, there's something else. Some people hate dancing. If you hate dancing, go dance. Okay. If you hate open mic, do open mic, sing and do something stupid, on open mic night. Who freaking cares? If people laugh at you, that's fine. You're doing something different. You're pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, and that shifts your frequency. That's going to do something different. Okay. Again, you can spend 2 hours on Facebook venting, or you can just go to freaking open mic. Keep your sweatpants on and go to open mic, just say, you're not going to run into like your kids' teachers or anything there, hopefully. So, and even if you do, like, why are they there anyway? So grief and trauma has to move. It has to move. It has to shift. And so you have to do things that are outside your comfort zone. I can't think of I've done a lot of things outside my comfort zone recently, and I ran barefoot like 2 miles recently, and that's was very weird and uncomfortable. But I did it because I wanted to challenge myself. Just think of something challenging and do it. Paint, pick up a guitar, pick up the drums. And also self-care is a tremendous alternative to all of that stuff. Epsom salt is like $4 for like 100 baths. Take an Epsom salt bath. That's my go-to, Epsom salt baths. A cup of Epsom salt, sit in the tub and soak. That's typically my go-to. I do a ton of meditation. I average about 45 minutes a day of meditation, but 5 minutes, 10 minutes is great. So download the app, or upload, whatever that thing is. Upload/download the app Insight Timer. That's INSIGT Timer. Upload that and you'll find a meditation for everything. I did a meditation today on surrender. You could find a meditation on anything. Any emotion on the spectrum, just type it in. Meditation for frustration, meditation for abuse, meditation for depression. Type it in. You'll find binaural beats on there too. That word I can't say, binaural beats. You'll find that on there as well. Do some meditation. Do something that you don't normally do. All right. So what else? Self-care. So back to like parental alienation. You haven't talked to your child in months or years. Self-care is, in my opinion, in my unproven, unscientific opinion, self-care is the most powerful way to bring your child back. Why is that? Why is taking care of yourself? How is that going to make someone come back? Okay, listen, you and your child are two parts of a relationship. There's you and there's your child. If 50% of that relationship is healed and healthy, then 50% of the relationship is healed. Okay? I mean, think about that for a minute. It's like if you take care of one half of that relationship, like if your room is trashed and you clean half your room, that's pretty darn good, isn't it? Right? If you cook a Thanksgiving turkey halfway, that's all right, right? No. So like half is a great start. And the thing is, healthy, high vibration energy pulls people in. It just pulls people in. And the other thing is, your child is going to be like, oh my gosh, my freaking parent is pretty cool. And trust me, do you know how I know this? I was an alienated child. I was lying to therapists, lying to the court about my father, and I was separated from my father for 5 years when I was a kid. And guess what? My dad was like, screw you, family court. I'm going to go do some missionary work. I'm going to go make the world a better place. So he went to Nicaragua and like twice. He got his freaking master's degree. He did a ton of stuff. He volunteered at camps. He hiked. He freaking went vegetarian. That's how I became a vegetarian. He just did all this crazy stuff. And this is like in the 80s when nobody was doing vegetarian stuff. Nobody was really hiking. And he just did all this stuff. And his energy, like his way of being, he had a lightness of being. And I was 10 years old and I'm like, that's kind of cool. Like, I kind of want to be around that. And so naturally, the relationship just healed itself naturally. It was so easy, okay? Because that vibration, I keep saying the word vibration, I'm sorry. My vocabulary is not so good today. But, that vibration was way more powerful than a bunch of crap that I had to rehearse and parrot to the court system. So, my brain was able to make to discern what was really happening. And so I was just naturally attracted to that energy. And then when I was 14, I went to live with my dad, and I didn't leave until I was 19. So so did I get to everything? So yes, when you are dealing with parental alienation, take care of your 50%, okay, and be the lighthouse. Be a body of light for your child. And so the thing about lighthouses is that they I'm not a good geometry person, but they emit a light at a beam that is opposite to the horizon beam or something. They do something with their light that makes it so that it's visible. So there's an engineer. There was a special engineering to make lighthouses the way they do. And you want to send off a different wave of frequency for your child. So, because your child's not around healthy people. Your child's probably seeing some crappy therapist that the court picked out because the court is so freaking smart. And your child's with a narcissist. Your child is probably misunderstood by teachers and friends. He probably has to keep it a secret. usually alienated children aren't going to go around sharing that they're not with one of their parents. Like, so your child isn't really in a circle of positive people. So you have to be the lighthouse and just emit this positive light. There is a way to do that. I have so much in my I have a 2-hour workshop on October 26th, and I'm like, how am I going to squeeze all this in 2 hours? I have so many amazing tips to offer you guys. But you're going to walk away with a lot of stuff. Okay. And the thing about the workshop is that you have lifetime access to it. And so you could always go back and just go back and get whatever information you may have missed in the workshop because you were taking notes. You have lifetime access to the content. And the workshop is $97. And I'm going to be putting the link to the workshop in the description here. So if you have any questions at all, if you want to contradict me and disagree with me, please do so. I want to hear alternative sides to this, because this thing doesn't get enough attention, and I'm only one person. So I want to see what other people have to say about this kind of stuff as well. All right. So if you have any questions, let me know, and I hope to talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.